All right, as always, if you enjoyed this video, then please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see more content just like this. Today is going to be a vlog. That's different than the others. Today, we're going to do a Q&A. I couldn't ask you guys all to ask me questions because since I haven't reached 1,000 subs yet, I don't have access to the community tab. But when we do hit 1,000, however long it takes, hopefully very soon, if we do hit 1,000, then I'll definitely put up polls, and I'll be excited because I can finally send memes to everybody. So it'll be exciting. But yes, we're just gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna some of you have actually left questions in the comments on previous videos. I love that you guys are all interacting and leaving comments and things for me to look at and stuff, and so it really excites me. And then there's not a lot of them, so then I just pulled up, I have another thing pulled up, which is questions to ask a guy. And then once I get through those questions, that'll be the end of the video. So I hope you all enjoy. So our first question is, what made you want to start this channel? Which I did reply to and said that I would talk about it in this video. So I don't actually think I've talked about it in depth, but let's see, many years ago now, only like three actually. I had a gaming channel, horrifyingly small, never picked up any traction, which is horrifying to say because I probably had over 1,000 videos on that channel by the time that I decided to delete the channel. And it was just like, it was depressing that I put in that much work for a solid year and a half to get absolutely nowhere, which honestly, it was the worst time for me to try and be a gaming YouTuber, because that was when YouTube was actively trying to kill gaming channels because YouTube was so flooded with gaming content. And it's just one of those things where it's just, so technically I got screwed by YouTube in that time period. So fast forward to like a year or two later, I decided to make this channel. This channel originally started as exactly what it sounds like. The channel is called Cooking Without Pants On because the original idea was that I would make cooking videos where I just wore a shirt and my underwear. And I made exactly one video. You can't watch it now because I deleted it back when I got the new idea where I wanted to take the channel, the direction I wanted to take the channel in. And so this was back during the time when I was still in my first relationship. And said her and I thought we were so happy. We had been dating for almost 3 years. We broke up in October, and then February would have been our 3-year anniversary, and I was so excited, and I had such a big plan. I was actually going to propose on our anniversary, but then she broke up with me, and that didn't happen. So she breaks up with me, and it destroyed me. I mean, like the same night she broke up with me, I tried so hard to talk to her and convince her that we should go to couples counseling and we should go to therapy sessions together. And then she did the thing that you're not supposed to do to somebody, which is not tell them all the things that they did wrong. She just told me that she basically did the "it's not you, it's me" nonsense. And so let's see, probably that same week after she broke up with me is when I had what I consider to be a now amazing idea of, I should make a mukbang video, because I was sitting in my apartment by myself. I'm so fucking lonely that I could just lay in my bed and fall asleep, and I would have been perfectly all right if I had just died right there. I had this amazing idea. I don't even remember what I was doing or where I was sitting. I just remember I think it was nighttime, and I remember I had the light on in my first video, I think. Because it's been like 2 years now since that video's gone up. And so I remember like a month or two before that, I had really gotten into eating Panda Express, which is funny because I've always disliked Chinese food for most of my life, but Panda Express is the exception to that rule because we had it one time, and their orange chicken is just amazing. Like, I love how sweet it is. I love that it has some spice, but it's not incredibly spicy. The rice is just okay, but like really, it was their orange chicken, and so that completely astounded me on how good it was. And then so we got it one day. We brought it back to my apartment, ate together. I didn't eat the fortune cookie though. And so, I didn't eat the fortune cookie. And so, cut to however long later it is, we're broken up now. I'm sad. I'm sitting in my apartment. I have this incredible, bright idea. Mukbangs and ASMR are really popular right now. What if I just make some kind of freaking low effort video? What if I just make some kind of low effort video where I'm just eating a fortune cookie and drinking some water? And that is exactly what the first video is. I can literally pull it up right now. Hold on, let me go content. If I go all, if I can, let's see. Go all the way down. Do I have way more videos than I thought I did? I'm pretty sure the channel has like over 200. Nope. Do I have exactly 175 videos? I do. Wow, I have exactly 175 videos. Yeah. Literally, the title of the first video is I eat a fortune cookie and drink a bottle of water. And currently, that first video has 120 views. Here we are 2 years later. Which isn't amazing considering that, what is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th video I ever uploaded, which is the one where I eat the banquet frozen meal and I drink the Dr. Pepper, has 1,008 views with 24 likes and 4 comments, apparently. That is over 1,000 views versus the first video that has 120 views. I never, ever expected the first video to do as good as it did, because it gave me the motivation where I was like, well, you know what, maybe this is a really good idea and maybe I should keep going. Here we are 2 years later and we're nearly at 85 subscribers. We are so close to 100. The first 100 subscribers is the absolute toughest barrier for any new channel to surpass, from what I've been told. And so that's what I think that's really exciting, that we're this close to breaking past what is considered to be the toughest barrier. Like, some people say it's even harder than hitting 1 million, because once you hit like 100,000, your channel just fucking takes off, and it's no looking back from there. And by the time that we reach 100,000 subs, I should 100% be monetized and be able to make a living off of this, which will be so exciting. God, that'll be so exciting. It'll make me so happy, and I'll be able to do all these super fun, special and exciting things for you all. Do fan events, fan meetups. I can travel to like a con or an event or something like that and meet fans there. It'll be so exciting. And so, yes. So, the reason I wanted to start this channel was, one, it partially fixed the depression that I felt from not having a girlfriend anymore, because it's one of those things where you go your entire life without having someone, and then you all of a sudden have somebody who you were basically connected to at the hip for nearly 3 years, and then at the snap of fingers, you don't have them anymore, and it's just you, by yourself, in your bedroom, with maybe the fan on. And so, it helped me escape from life for just a brief moment, and seeing the reply and seeing how, I don't know if it makes you all happy. I mean, you all watch the videos and you seem to enjoy them, since you leave likes on the videos and you reply to the videos, and I don't know if you share them with your friends and family like I ask you to, but if you do, then that's awesome. It could not be more awesome if you all did that. And so, yes, the reason I started this channel was to, one, get rid of my depression, partially. And two, I've always wanted, ever since I first had the idea that I could actually make these videos and make a name for myself on YouTube, I have since then wanted that dream to be a reality. But it's been so hard, because I've been trying for at least, 5 or 6 years now, ever since I was a sophomore in high school, and I'm a senior in college now. So it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So there's that question. Next question. What do you use to record your videos? I just use my phone. I use my cell phone. I don't know if some of you were expecting that, or if some of you were like, man, that quality of that camera is really good. He must be using some kind of high-tech piece. I mean, yes and no. It's just my cell phone, but the cameras that come in iPhone. So the one that I have is the new iPhone 13 Pro. It's the very brand new phone that it's the absolute brand new phone that Apple just released. My mom's phone was like broken and busted because she does that old person thing where she'll freaking smash her finger against her phone and break the screen. And I didn't really need a new phone, but she got me one anyway. So I just got this one brand new, but even before that, I was still using my old phones, and it works great. The audio is good. I think it's obviously not professional quality, but this isn't a professional channel yet, so yes, I just use my phone to record my videos. So, if you're really impressed by that, thank you. If you're not impressed by that, well, then that's great as well. Let's see. The next question that I got asked was, how old am I? I'm 22. Just a 22-year-old regular straight white guy. And, yeah. Let's see. Awesome. Next one is awesome video, dude. Usually my go-to is the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. If you haven't tried it, you should. I think you might like it. Yes, I have. Like literally the day before that comment was left, I had 2 that morning. Or I had 2 like one of those mornings before, and I replied to it. Yeah. So the ones that I got had bacon on them as well. Yeah, they were good. I mean, I have an issue with the McGriddle pancakes at McDonald's because I think that they're like, it's like coffee cake. They're so dense and heavy that it just feels like, God, it feels like too much food at times. And I also it's like the thought of sausage patties is really exciting to me. But when I eat sausage patties, it does something to my stomach that makes me sick. Which is why I love sausage links way more than I like sausage patties, because I can actually eat a lot of sausage links and not get sick. Whereas I can only eat like 2 sausage patties and all of a sudden I have to like throw up or something. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. It could be like the usually sausage patties have some kind of spice in them that gives them a little bit of heat, but I have no idea. It's just, maybe it's a Pavlovian thing. It's always been like that ever since I was like a little kid. I've always had that problem. It's the same with beef hot dogs. I can't eat beef hot dogs because they make me sick to my stomach, but I can eat like 1,000 pork hot dogs and feel nothing. And I think it's probably because it's also probably just because I like pork hot dogs way more than beef hot dogs, just from a taste perspective, and so that could have something to do with it too. Because I think that sausage links taste better than sausage patties as well. So. Let's see, where is the next one? Maybe I can do another sounds video. Yeah, I'd like to make another random sounds video. Let's see. Yeah, well, let me read the whole comment. All right, I'm gonna make random sounds for 6 minutes or so. I'm not sure if you're in Smash. Have you heard that Sora is in Smash? That was so damn amazing. It felt unreal seeing a Kingdom Hearts rep in Smash. And I replied, yes, I saw that Sora is in Smash, and I think it's really weird. It doesn't make sense because, yeah, that's true. It's like, this is the problem that has existed in Smash Brothers for literal years. Why is it that a character like Geno, who was from Super Mario RPG, gets 0 love? Like, he gets so much love. He probably has more love dedicated to him than Mario and Luigi do to themselves. And yet, for some reason, Sakurai or whatever his name is will just not put Geno in Smash, and he puts fucking Sora in Smash. What? That's weird, and it's stupid, and it doesn't make sense, and I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? Like, I get that there are other Square Enix characters in Smash or something. I'm not even sure if there really are, but having Sora be in Smash, because Sora sort of is a Square Enix character, but he's also sort of a Disney character at the same time, and I just don't get it. Like, just put Geno in Smash already. Just do it. And don't fucking lie to me and say that everybody's here when you're still ignoring Waluigi and Geno. Fuck you. So, back to the question. Yes, I will definitely, if I remember to, I will definitely try to make a random sounds video. I'll try to make it like a long one, like maybe even 10 minutes if I can. It's hard to find that much stuff in my room around that I can make different sounds with for a long time, and I have to make sure that I don't make the same sound too many times too fast, because that's boring. So, let's see. Can I play the new Pokemon game coming out in November? I would really love to. The problem with that is I do not own a Nintendo. I do not own a Switch or any of the new DSs, and unless there's a way that I can illegally pirate the game, which is definitely probably not going to happen, it's not going to be easy for me to play the new Pokemon game coming out in November, because I'm not going to have any way to buy it and have access to it without spending like a good $300 probably. And so money's not something that I can just spend rigorously right now, but definitely in the future when I do have the money, and I will buy a Switch and I will play all the Pokemon games or something like that. So, great question though. Let's see. Are there any more? Let's see. Let's see. I would tell you guys which state that I live in, but no one's asked me that, so it's not happening yet. See, oh my god, I have so many more comments than I thought I did. I'm looking at some of the comments that I've left over, freaking. Oh, look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he orients his hands. I think that's the way that I think that's the way that video goes. All right, that looks like all the questions that you all have left for me in the comments from what I've seen so far. So thank you. Please keep the questions coming in. I love answering them and I love seeing them, and I want to have plenty more for the next video that I do like this, whenever I do it in like a few months maybe. So, but I want to have plenty left over. So hopefully, whenever we reach the 1,000 subscriber mark and I finally unlock the community tab, I can ask you guys polls on what videos you want to see next, and what things, like what kind of memes do you guys want to see? Do you guys want regular ASMR? Do you want mukbang videos? Random sound videos? Do you want to hear me sing more? Do you like the gaming videos that I'm making? Let's see. Do you want to see more cooking videos? All that stuff. So yes, but that's all the questions that I've seen in the comments. Now we're gonna move to the actual questions on this website I found. So let's see. Question number 1: what are your personal goals? So my personal goals are right now: 1, find a girlfriend. Find a girlfriend specifically so that we can be in a relationship long enough that we can get married, because I want to marry a girl and I want to spend the rest of my life with her, and that's really fucking hard for some reason, because girls won't even talk to me to begin with. So yes, so that's 1. Number 2 is I want to graduate with my bachelor's degree in theater. Then my plan is to get my master's degree from a university, so that I can then have the degree and proper credentials, so that way I can teach theater at the college level. But of course, the third goal is I want the channel to blow up to the point where I have 1 million subscribers or more, and that way I can do this full time. That way I can have, plenty of money, thousands, more than thousands of you adoring fans of mine who love to see my content and love my humor. And I'll start implementing my friends into the videos that we make, so we can have really funny talks and things like that. Maybe start a podcast that also gets recognition. Maybe start a second channel where I do this and that and stuff. Maybe I can convince my friends to start their own YouTube channels, and I'll do some freaking networking through them. But yeah, listen, I want to be able to do this full time, so that I can travel the world, go see things, buy things for myself, have a big nice house, buy freaking all this stuff, like buy a brand new top of the line computer, buy amazing bowling equipment because I love to bowl, all that. So those are the 3 major goals: get into a relationship and marry the girl, get my master's degree, teach theater, and number 3, be able to do YouTube full time. What kind of childhood did you have? My childhood was pretty happy. My childhood was, at this point, it's probably not the correct, or not, okay. At this point, it's probably not a very common childhood that a lot of American kids have, because my parents are in a happy, loving marriage still. Like, my parents aren't divorced. They had their really bad phase where they fought all the time, but they're completely past it now, as far as I can tell, especially since I live with them. Said my parents make plenty of money because they both work really hard. They have good savings accounts. They've made good decisions in their lives, and it's just, we've always had money. We've always, when my sister and I were kids, we always had stuff. We were always provided for. We always had Christmas. We always had dinner. We always had a bed to sleep in. It was always comfortable in the house. So, I mean, honest, I guess my childhood, it was privileged, but it wasn't like, we're not rich. We are at most, we are upper middle class. So we have money, but we're not filthy stinking rich. I mean, my mom just started a job. My mom now travels for her career. She makes like 3 times more money now than she did in her last job, thanks to this new opportunity that she's gotten. and so now we actually have more money than we did before. So it's nice. And so since my mom's starting this new job, my mom actually can take more time off working during the year. And then my dad still works full time, where my dad works Monday through Friday and does whatever he wants. What makes me insecure? I have issues with my body. Like, I think I'm a handsome guy. I like the way my hair looks. I like my beard. But then, like, I'm not fat, but I am overweight. I'm really tall. I'm about 6'1". I'm really athletic, but you probably wouldn't be able to guess that by looking at me. I'm physically strong. Like, I go to the gym and I have a lot of stamina. And like, literally one of the classes I take at my university right now I'm not taking the class. I'm actually technically, I'm a teaching assistant for the class, which I think I've talked about, which is where, but I'm a teaching assistant for the sword fighting class, which is the class where you learn how to sword fight. And you learn how to sword fight for theater and for stage, but you're still learning how to sword fight. Don't get it twisted. And actually, next semester, I'm going to be taking the advanced version of the class so that I can get certified in that particular field of theater, which would then make it easier for me to get a job someplace. So, but yeah, mostly it's body issues. I mean, more and more, I'm starting to wonder if I'm a boring person. More and more, I'm starting to wonder if it's the opposite, if people are not attracted to me because I'm too aggressive somehow. Let's see, because like, whenever I start talking to a girl, I'll try to be really active in the conversation, because I feel like that's what I would want. I would want a girl. I want to be treated like a priority, and because of that, I'm going to treat you like a priority. So I'm going to text your message. I'm going to text you back as quickly as I can. I'm going to send you a good, strong message that's not just one word that's like hey or okay or some shit like that, because I hate whenever girls do that to me. I'm not gonna see that you messaged me and then choose to not message you back for like 3 hours and then finally do later on that night, because that sends stupid mixed signals. I mean, I just said, sometimes I wonder if I ask too many questions, because as I said, whenever I first start talking to someone, I'll ask them a good amount of questions if I really like them, because I'm trying to learn more about them. That way I can learn how to talk to them. I can learn, what kind of things they like to do for fun, or what kind of things they don't like to do for fun, the way I can avoid those things. And so, I mean, honestly, I'm insecure about a lot of things, but really, who isn't? Who isn't insecure about so much stuff? And it's not even stuff that I really think about myself. It's more like stuff that I'm scared that people think about me, because everybody wants to be liked by the people that they're around. And then it's soul crushing whenever somebody admits to you that they don't like you for this reason, and this reason, even if you tell yourself that you don't care about that person's opinion. But then you still catch yourself thinking about what they said to you later that night, later that week, even later that month. Maybe it sticks inside your mind for the rest of your life. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with me. Like, I can admit to some things, like I talk really fast. That's just because sometimes I get nervous or sometimes I get excited. Like I'm talking really fast right now in this video, and I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just because I'm really excited to be making this video, and I'm excited to see how this video is going to do after I upload it and to present it to you all. So, I think I'm a handsome guy. I think I take good care of myself. I think that I am funny. I think that I am attractive, and I'm still just, right now, I'm just looking for the girl who thinks the same about me. Which who knows how long that's going to fucking take. But speaking of girls, what do you expect from a love relationship? One, I date to marry. If I get into a relationship with a girl, if I get into a relationship with a girl, I expect us to be together for long enough to the point where I feel comfortable proposing to her to marry me. And then at that point, we'd probably be dating long enough that she is expecting me to do it relatively soon because it's like, I don't know, like it's taboo to talk about that kind of thing, and maybe like we all want it to just be a surprise, or I think we do. And I think that's probably the sign of a good relationship, which is where you don't talk about those kinds of things until it's time for that thing to happen. So like if I get into a relationship, I don't want to talk about us getting married until we're probably until we've been dating for at least a year. You know, me and whatever girl that I end up in a relationship with. And so whatever girl I date, the ultimate goal is for us to be long enough for us to get married. And then the goal even beyond that is to have children, you know, buy a house, live successful, fulfilling lives as a family and as a couple, where we go places and we do things together and we have intimacy together. And that's what I want. I feel like that's what anybody should want. Okay? And for the record, I hate polygamy. I do not think that relationships should be anything more than two people. I don't. So I think gay relationships are great. You know, I love when I love seeing couples together. I mean, it makes me jealous to see them together like that, because I wish that I had something like that. But whenever I see two guys out in public and they're obviously a couple together, it warms my heart. The same goes when I see two women, and then because so there's nothing wrong with gay relationships or being gay. I'm not gay, but I do support that kind of thing. What is one thing that I can't tolerate? Let's see. I don't like it when people are just assholes for no reason. Like, if you're an asshole because you were provoked into saying something that was mean-spirited or hateful, that's different. But if you're just like that all the time, like nobody said anything to you, nobody did anything to you that would warrant that kind of reaction, and you still act that way, that's not right. You shouldn't be that kind of person. You should go to therapy, or you should go home, and you should fucking leave us all alone. So, I don't like people who are just assholes for no reason. What do I find attractive in a woman? Let's see. In all my dating profiles, it says that I'm looking for a nerdy girl who loves to play video games, watch anime, and cuddle. And I also I love cooking. You all know that. So I want a girl that I can cook delicious meals for, and that's someone I can also complain to about my problems, because that's what you should be able to do in a relationship. That's the mark of a good relationship, is if you can tell the other person how you feel about this certain thing, and then they understand and hear what you're saying. That was the problem with my second relationship, is that I could not tell her that I was upset about something without her, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, come here, let's cuddle," and instead she would be like, "Well, here's the counter argument to what you're saying, and here's why everything that you just said is wrong." And it's just like, you're my girlfriend, right? You're supposed to make me feel better about this, you know? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And so beyond just finding a gamer, And beyond just finding a girl who's a gamer and a girl who loves to watch anime and cuddle, I also love a girl who is smart, who is funny. I don't care a lot about looks, but to be honest, I would not date a girl who weighs more than I do, and I weigh 235 pounds. I want a girl who wants the same level of intimacy that I want. And so, I mean, I said some of those things I could take or leave. Like, maybe she doesn't necessarily have to be smart. She doesn't maybe have to be funny, but I would like her to laugh at all of my jokes. I would like us to be able to have intelligent or even philosophical conversations together at certain times. But we don't have to have those. And on top of everything else, I just want her to be a nice, easygoing girl that I don't struggle to talk to. Because you should never be afraid to talk to your significant other about anything. And if you are, then that's probably a sign that the relationship isn't working. Because that was the problem with, really that's been a problem with all my relationships, is that the communication that the two of us shared wasn't at a maximum level. And with my first relationship specifically, she was never good at talking to me about anything. She always like closed herself off from me, it felt like. And then it got worse as our relationship went on, all the way up until the day that she broke up with me. So, what expectations do you have of yourself? Well, 1, I expect to graduate college. 2, I expect this channel to grow as a sign of effort put forth by me, because I'm the only person who controls anything that happens on this channel. I'm the one who records all the videos. I'm the one who's in all the videos. I'm the one who goes out and buys the food that you see me eat in the videos. I'm the one who goes out and buys the ingredients and cooks the food that you see in the cooking videos. I'm the one who freaking grabs all the cups and freaking does, that kind of shit in the freaking ASMR videos. I mean, that everything that you see here in my room in this short area is all stuff that I've put in my room myself, not for the sake of the video, just because it's my bedroom. So I expect the channel to grow bigger than it is now. I expect the channel to grow bigger than it is now, thanks to the effort that I've put forth into making content and putting the content up for you all to see and watch and enjoy. So, what was my most memorable birthday? My most memorable birthday was 100% the first date that I had with my second girlfriend. Because our first date was on the night of my birthday. So, my birthday is January 22nd. If you guys all want to wish me a happy birthday or send me some kind of digital gifts, that is the day to do it. It's already past this year, but January is coming up in just a few months. So yes, my birthday is January 22nd. And my first date with my second girlfriend was on that night. And it was not only, so it's obviously the birthday I remember the most, because that's probably the best date that I've ever been on, because we met for dinner. Dinner was great. And then afterwards, we just walked around this small town that we decided to meet up in, and it was so peaceful at this nighttime. It was just a little bit chilly because it had been raining before, but it wasn't raining whenever we walked around. I never felt scared or nervous about us walking through these neighborhoods. The town was so nice and scenic, and we just, even at the end of the date, we still had more that we could have talked about, but at that point we had been walking and talking around town for like 3 hours. And it was just, not only was it the best date that I've ever been on, it was also probably the best birthday I've ever had. So it was amazing. So, have I ever worn girls' clothing? Not that I can remember. Who are your family and friends? That is probably too personal. I won't get into it right now. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? And which places in the city do you like to go to? I can listen to really any type of music. The only music that I will not listen to is screamo and horrorcore, which is music that talks about fucking murdering people. But then, it goes, so, the top 3 are theater music, Broadway music, because I study theater it's my life right now. 80s 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s rock and roll, the golden age of rock. Back when Def Leppard and Van Halen and Bon Jovi were all super popular. And then early rap, like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Sugar Hill Gang, all the way up to freaking Public Enemy, and then even some stuff into the 90s. But like anything that's like freaking 2005 or beyond, back when like the time period when talking about how many bitches and how much money you have became popular, because that's not music, that's noise. Sorry if you feel differently, but I don't like that kind of rap. I like everything that came before. I like, because that period is referred to as conscious rap that had a message, which some rap songs do still have messages nowadays, but they're nowhere near as abundant and strong today as they were back then, I think. I mean, maybe the messages are stronger, but the songs just aren't as good. So that's what I think. What is the one thing that I can't live without? My phone. The thing recording this video right now, because there's honestly nothing that I can't do on my phone. Like, I can make phone calls, I can watch videos, I can buy food from my phone, I can watch movies from my phone. I mean, honestly, honestly, there's not a, I don't know. And like even 10 years from now, I say that there's nothing that I can't do from my phone, and that's not completely true, but 10 years from now, that really will be completely true. There's probably not a single thing that you will not be able to do from your phone in the year 2030 or something like that. Because, I mean, who knows what kind of crazy tech they'll invent. Maybe my phone will be able to increase in size into a fucking bed and I'll be able to sleep on it. Like, maybe that's a possibility. What's my funniest memory of high school? We'll skip that one. How do you feel working for? It says company in parentheses. So how do I feel working for my current company? So right now my new job is I deliver pizza for a local pizza place here in my home state, or here in my hometown, actually. And so far, it's a good job. It's one of the best jobs I've had recently. So this is the second job I've ever had delivering pizza, and it's a really good job. My hourly wage isn't very high, but it all comes from, I get so many tips from this job. Oh my God. Honestly, so right now the average is about $35 a night. So after having only worked at this job for exactly 6 days, because I only work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. After having only worked at this job for 6 days, I have made over $200 in cash, which is more cash than I've ever held in my wallet in a long time. So, and that's just in cash. I get credit card tips as well that go on to my paychecks. And so now my paychecks are going to be fat as well whenever I finally get paid, which I think is probably like every 2 weeks or something. And so, yes. So last question, do you believe in God? Yes and no. I would say that I'm agnostic. I don't believe in the Christian God or the Muslim God or the Jewish God necessarily. I do believe that there is some kind of higher power that governs the universe, I guess. But the way that I see it is, one, I can't prove that being is real. Two, if it's not an actual God with an actual name, then there's no point in trying to pray to it. And it might not even be one specific being. It might be a greater force or a greater group of forces altogether. And so I'm agnostic, and I do believe that there is something out there, something that goes higher and beyond what we can comprehend as humans. Maybe it's even some whack shit like the freaking Lovecraftian universe, because I'm a super big fan of that. So I'm an absolute whore for the Lovecraftian universe. And so, yeah. But this was the Q&A. We're rounding out right at about 40 minutes. So, if you all enjoyed this video, then please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see more content just like this in the future. Whenever you all do that for me, it makes makes me more motivated to make more content for you all in the future. And so once again, if you enjoyed this video, thank you very much. Until next time, bye.